In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 14, 2022. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 2 betting picks a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Timberwolves versus San Antonio Spurs. It's a battle of teams from the Western Conference on the hardwood down in the Lone Star State. The Minnesota Timberwolves are on the road as they travel to face the San Antonio Spurs Monday night. Minnesota beat Miami 113-104 on the road in the second game of a back-to-back set Saturday night. San Antonio was dumped 119-108 at home in the second game of a back-to-back set Saturday night by Indiana. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Spurs own a 91-34 advantage, but the Timberwolves have won 4 of the last 6 meetings. That includes a 115-90 home win in the first meeting this season on November 18, 2021. The Timberwolves are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 road games, and 7-1 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. The Spurs are 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 Monday games, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The over is 36-16 in Timberwolves' last 52 overall. The under is 4-0 in Spurs' last 4 overall. The Timberwolves are 6-0 against the spread in the last 6 meetings. The Timberwolves have been playing great basketball this season, while the same cannot be said for San Antonio. The Spurs, meanwhile, are also missing some notable guys due to injuries. Minnesota as well as 37-32 against the spread this season, while San Antonio is 34-33-1. This season, the Timberwolves are also averaging 113.2 ppg and have a net differential of 2.9. Towns will likely be able to take advantage of Poeltl down low, while their defense should also be good enough to stop San Antonio's guards. The Minnesota Timberwolves are closing in on a potential playoff spot, and they're winning their last 5 games by an average of 17.6 points. The San Antonio Spurs continue to be hit or miss, and you can make a strong case they're better on the road than they are at home. In fact, the Spurs win at home by an average of just 0.1 points, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Minnesota enters this game having seen the over hit in 41 of their 69 games on the year. The Timberwolves are second in the league in tempo with 100.6 possessions a night this season. San Antonio plays at the 5th fastest tempo this season as they average 100 possessions per contest, which is a deviation from what you expect from Greg Popovich. This season, the Spurs have seen the over post a 33-2 record coming into this one. San Antonio has been proficient offensively, but their defense has taken a hit as the season has gone on, leaving them in the bottom third of the league. Minnesota has stayed under the number in 4 straight games, while the Spurs have fallen short in 4 straight contests and 6 of their previous 7 games. Look for this one to wind up short of the number as well, with fatigue playing a factor in the contest. So under the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Bucks versus Utah Jazz. The Milwaukee Bucks opened the 4-game road trip with a loss to the Golden State Warriors, the first loss following a 6-game winning streak. The Utah Jazz, on the other hand, defeated the Sacramento Kings in the opening game of their 4-game homestand. Quinn Snyder's team is playing in a hot and cold form recently, and this game will be a huge test for the Jazz. These inter-conference rivals have met once this season, and the Jazz won that game 107-95 in Milwaukee. The Jazz were better in 7 of the previous 10 head-to-head encounters. Both teams could be without key players, but the replacements have been playing well. Along with that, both the Bucks and Jazz are middle of the pack against the spread, as Milwaukee is 31-37 while Utah is 28-37-2. Milwaukee ranks 3rd in the NBA by averaging 114.6 ppg and has a net differential of 3.9. However, the Jazz are even better as they are averaging 116.6 ppg and has a net differential of 6.5. The Milwaukee Bucks are playing their best ball of the season, and you rarely get them in the small favorite role. However, you can make the same case for the Jazz as a home underdog. And while the Bucks are putting things together and looking scary, the Jazz have found recent success and are winning their last 5 games by an average of 10 points. The Jazz win at home by an average of 9.4 points. This will be a close game, but Utah has the edge here as they are at home while Milwaukee is doing the West Coast road trip, which is taxing on teams. Plus, it's hard to turn down free buckets with the home team here. So the Utah Jazz to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. A stronger defense is going to prevail here, and we all know what defense the Jazz can play at home in such high-profile games. Rudy Gobert's availability is quite important for this bet. I am hoping he is ready to give it a go. With him on the floor, the Jazz will lock the interior and the visitors will find it hard to score easy points, which wasn't a problem for them in recent weeks. Both these teams have solid defenses that will make it tough on the other. Utah plays at a pace of 99.9, which ranks 20th, and are 37-28-2 in hitting the under this season, while Milwaukee plays at a pace of 101.9, but they are 37-31 in hitting the under. In the Jazz's last 5 games, they are averaging 221.2 ppg, but if you take away the 134-125 win in their last 4 besides that game, that number drops to 211.75. Both teams will try and lock down each other's stars in this back and forth game, which will help the under hit. So under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Bulls versus Sacramento Kings. The Chicago Bulls will head on the road to the Golden One Center on Monday night for a matchup against the reeling Sacramento Kings. Chicago comes in with a 41-26 overall record, good for 4th place in the Eastern Conference standings. The Bulls currently trail the Miami Heat by just 3 games in the heated Eastern Conference playoff race. Meanwhile, Sacramento has tanked its way to a 24-45 overall record through 69 games. The Chicago Bulls are starting to get healthy a little, and they still win in the favorite role by an average of 5.5 points. The Sacramento Kings are doing what they've done in past seasons, and that's fall flat on their face at the end of a year. The Kings have lost 4 straight games, and they're losing their last 5 games by an average of 5.8 points. The Kings lose as an underdog by an average of 8 points. Alex Caruso got a nice ovation when he checked into the game midway through the first quarter. He missed 22 games after he got knocked to the floor by Milwaukee's Grayson Allen, resulting in an injury that required surgery. He is a key piece of the Bulls' defensive rotations in a backcourt that has struggled at times in that department. We know Chicago can score, but they won't be going anywhere deep without Caruso's defensive presence. Even if Zach LaVine sits again, the Bulls will have no problems bolstering their playoff positioning with a win against the Kings. They are half a game out of the 2nd seed, so the Chicago Bulls to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Kings are one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA and have been at or near the bottom all season long in most defensive metrics. They rank 28th in defensive rating and sit bottom 3 in opponents' points per game, field goal percentage, and 3-point field goal percentage. They simply cannot stop anyone, and that will be on display once again against a Bulls team fighting to move up in the Eastern Conference playoff race. The total number has gone over in 11 of Sacramento's last 16 games and 4 of their last 5 at home. Not only have the Kings been awful on defense this season, but they also like to push the pace, which should put the Bulls in a major pace-up spot here. The Bulls rank 6th in the NBA in adjusted offensive efficiency, and they also rank in the top half of the league in pace. Sabonis' potential return should also give the Kings' offense a boost, which bodes well for a high-scoring game here. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.